Mohenjo-Daro, once the jewel of the Indus, was suddenly struck down by catastrophic floods and fire.
The mysterious collapse of Mohenjo-Daro. Imagine a city planned with perfect streets, bathrooms, and drainage thousands of years ago, vanishing overnight, leaving behind only empty streets and silent homes. This is Mohenjo-Daro, and its disappearance remains one of archaeology's greatest mysteries. Mohenjo-Daro, meaning Mound of the Dead, is located in modern-day Sindh, Pakistan. It was one of the largest cities of the Indus Valley Civilization, flourishing around 2600 BCE. The city contained grid-like streets running perpendicular and parallel, forming perfectly aligned blocks, multi-story homes made of uniform baked bricks, a sophisticated sewage system with private bathrooms connecting to covered drains, public wells ensuring clean water for thousands of residents. These features were unparalleled at the time. Ancient Egypt and Mesopotamia were remarkable, but Mohenjo-Daro displayed a level of urban planning centuries ahead of its era. Yet, despite this sophistication, the city was suddenly abandoned. Residents left behind personal belongings, pottery, tools, and even food in storage. No written records explain the departure, leaving archaeologists with only the ruins and questions. Excavations reveal Mohenjo-Daro's urban achievements: standardized baked bricks, identical in size, suggesting central regulation, large granaries, possibly for controlling regional food supply, public baths that indicate not just hygiene but social and ritual significance, craft workshops producing seals, pottery, and jewelry. Yet, despite infrastructure that could sustain the population for years, the city was abandoned. The fact that residents left items behind points to a sudden or forced departure, not gradual migration. Some sections of the city show signs of structural damage: collapsed walls, burnt debris in certain areas, shattered pottery, and broken tools. Initially, archaeologists hypothesized invasion or warfare. However, this theory faces challenges. Skeletal remains show little evidence of trauma or battle wounds. There are no mass graves associated with violent attacks. Weapons are scarce, and those recovered show no sign of extensive combat. This has led some researchers to doubt warfare as the primary cause of the collapse. Another compelling theory involves catastrophic flooding. Excavations show thick layers of silt covering streets and structures, water damage in lower-level homes and granaries, evidence of rapid inundation, possibly from river overflow or sudden monsoons. Floods could have disrupted agriculture, contaminated water, and forced residents to flee. Yet, flooding alone doesn't explain burned buildings, heat-cracked bricks, sections of the city left remarkably intact. The pattern suggests a combination of natural disasters, rather than a single event. Climate studies indicate shifts in the region around 1900 BCE. Monsoon patterns became irregular, affecting agriculture. The Indus River changed course, leaving settlements without reliable water. Soil salinization reduced crop yields. Combined, these environmental stresses could have led to food shortages, migration, and societal collapse. However, the sudden abandonment evidence, items left behind, sealed wells, and personal belongings, implies a more abrupt trigger, not just slow decline. Some areas of Mohenjo-Daro show high temperature damage. Bricks cracked as if exposed to extreme heat, charred layers of debris in residential and administrative zones, burn marks in what appear to be workshops or storage areas. This raises new questions. Was it an accidental fire? The scale seems too widespread. Was it weaponized destruction, such as invasion by fire? Evidence is lacking. Could it have been a natural phenomenon, like lightning or extreme heat event? The high heat anomalies remain unexplained, adding to the city's mystery. Mohenjo-Daro was technologically advanced, standardized weights and measures for trade, uniform brick sizes indicating central oversight, multi-story homes with private bathrooms, sophisticated drainage systems. Yet, after abandonment, this technology disappears for centuries. The sudden disappearance leaves a haunting question. How could a city so advanced vanish without clear successor or preserved knowledge? Another theory proposes plague or epidemic as a contributing factor. Skeletons in nearby Indus Valley settlements show signs of bone lesions. Rapid abandonment of multiple cities in the region suggests disease spread. Combined with environmental stress, an epidemic could force populations to flee. Yet, Mohenjo-Daro itself shows little direct evidence of mass disease, leaving epidemiology as only a partial explanation. Mohenjo-Daro's urban planning is still remarkable. Streets straight and perpendicular, some over 12 meters wide. Public baths with proper water flow and drainage, multi-story homes with private toilets, extensive sewage channels connecting houses to main drains. Modern engineers study Mohenjo-Daro to understand ancient urban design. Yet the knowledge vanished, leaving later civilizations to reinvent urban planning centuries later. Evidence points to simultaneous disasters. 1, flooding from river overflow. 2, fire or high heat damage. 3, environmental decline, including crop failure and monsoon irregularities. 4, possible epidemic. Individually, each could be survived. Together, they may have forced complete abandonment. But why did the inhabitants leave so quickly? Why were personal items left behind? And why did the city's advanced planning not prevent collapse? Even decades of research leave open questions. What caused the anomalous high heat damage in multiple sectors? Did environmental changes alone force a sudden evacuation? Did epidemics, floods, and social stress converge disasters? How could a society this advanced vanish without trace or written record? Excavation continues, but large sections of the city remain unexplored, potentially hiding new clues. Mohenjo-Daro was a thriving civilization. People lived in multi-story homes, streets were clean and organized, craftsmanship included seals, jewelry, and tools, trade networks spanned the Indus Valley, and yet every sign of life disappeared, leaving empty streets and silent wells. This is not just an archaeological mystery, it's a human one. Despite centuries of study, there are no records explaining Mohenjo-Daro's collapse. No evidence of widespread warfare exists. Advanced urban technology is lost for centuries. It is a city frozen in time, abandoned yet technologically sophisticated, a civilization at its peak, vanished without warning. Mohenjo-Daro challenges everything we think we know about early urban civilizations. How could an advanced city with sanitation, planning, and trade disappear suddenly? Could multiple natural disasters converge to obliterate an entire society? Did disease, climate, and environmental stress combine to create catastrophe? What lessons about the fragility of civilization are hidden in the mud brick streets and sealed wells? The city itself offers no answers. Its streets, granaries, and baths speak of life and of a sudden absence. Mohenjo-Daro remains a silent witness to a civilization that vanished, leaving archaeologists and historians with mysteries that may never be fully solved.
This is the Chrono-Mist Secret. Secrets buried in time. Like the video, subscribe for the truth.